You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Perfect.
Oh, you already know what time it is. NXT 2.0. Thumbs up show last night. Not gonna sit here and cap. We are not the cap police. No, no, no. But I will say, thumbs up show last night.
Stop the cap.
I am glad I bestowed my eyes upon NXT 2.0. They did good yesterday. They did good. I give them that. But you already know what it is. Check out my socials. Follow me, RJD, at RJD10K on Instagram, RJ699 on Twitter, RJD199 on Snapchat. Most importantly, follow What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Anchor and Spodify. And follow me because it's your boy, RJD. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to show love by buying merch, check out the Etsy shop down below. Link in the description. So let's talk about NXT. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome. Man, I can't get rid of this cough. But we working on it though.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's like every time I get rid of this cough, it just comes back and it's like, haha, surprise, motherfucker, we ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
But anyway, let's talk about NXT. NXT 2.0, January 5th, 2022. This is your What the Wrestling review. And let's get into it, baby. So, NXT started off with the Dusty Tag Team Classic whatever the hell this is, MSK versus Jacket Time, the Time Splitters. Time and time again, time after time. I don't know. All I know is this match was great. I love Kushida. I love Jacket Time. I do think they need to be NXT Tag Team Champions. I love their. First of all, Jiro is over as hell. Kushida's great. I love these guys. I wish Kushida had more of like a ceiling, but unfortunately he's a workhorse. He's short. He's foreign. If Triple H was there, I would have faith that they would use Kushida properly and not make him look like a scrub. But Kushida's this is his ceiling, man, and he did everything he could possibly do in New Japan. Like, there's nothing else left to do. Only other thing he could do is go to AEW, but then are they going to use him like they use him in Japan? Are they going to use him like they're using him in NXT? I don't know where Kushida fits, and it sucks. Jiro is great. He's a charismatic machine, that guy. That guy is awesome. He's got to get a title belt eventually. He has to. But MSK, Jacket Time, good back and forth match. The end came when Jiro nearly had the win off of a power driver, but Nash Carter, no, it's Nash and Carter. Wesley and Nash Carter. I'm like getting their names mixed up. Okay.
You stupid.
So, Carter broke it up. Lee sent Kushida into Jiro. Kushida caught him in a hoverboard lock. Thought he had it. He had it on deep, but he backed him up into the corner. There was a blind tag by MSK, and they hit the Doomsday device for the victory. So MSK beats Jacket Time. Man, I love, these guys have such, MSK is all high energy. They're high flyers. They're very fluid in the ring. Kushida could fight, like he can brawl and kick your ass. He can jump around and be a super, the Super Junior. He could do that style. He could do whatever the hell he wants. So, and Kushida's very crispy in the ring. But love both of these tag teams. This was great. Fantastic energy from both guys. I want to see Jacket Time with the title. Maybe not now, maybe later on, but I want to see them with a title. Imperium has to be. Don't know if they'll be beating Imperium anytime soon, but because Imperium's on top of their game right now. But man, I think Jacket Time is like a hidden gem in this NXT 2.0. Moving on, Santos Escobar. He came out, cut a promo on Mr. Braun Breaker, saying that, they're both third generation superstar, or they both have wrestling in their family, and it sucks that he had to fight his way to NXT. He had to work to get to NXT, but everything had been given to Mr. Braun Breaker, and he didn't like that. So, Braun Breaker came out to talk some shit, and he said, listen, Escobar sent Raul and Wild out there to attack Mr. Breaker. Breaker laid them both out. Afterwards, Escobar challenged Braun Breaker to find a partner to face Mendoza and Wild in a handicap match. And at the end of the show, we fast forwarding here, they met him in the parking lot, and they were about to, 3-on-1, whip his ass. But who shows up but old man Ciampa with the gray dyed out of the beard, because Vince McMahon doesn't like. Hold on. So apparently Vince McMahon wants writers and producers as well as other people to cut their hair and dye their gray out of their beard. Hold on. Why the fuck am I dyeing my hair if I'm not on TV? If I'm a writer or a producer? Why am I cutting my hair as if I'm going to be on TV? What?
You stupid.
Get the fuck out of here!
Weird. Anyway, Ciampa came and backed them up. They gave each other the fist pump, and that was all she wrote. Shout out to Breaker. So probably it's going to be Breaker and Ciampa versus Legado del Fantasma next week, and they are going to get their asses kicked. That's happening. So, moving on. We had a no DQ false count anywhere solo Sikoa versus Boa. And not gonna lie, I really think this is probably the best Boa has looked. About goddamn time. They had a lot of bells and whistles, and Boa can actually wrestle. It's just, they're dropping stuff and they're giving stuff to other people. It's like you had Chu, the Chu character. You had her as the big menace, but then they dropped that and gave it to Boa. So now he's got the mystical powers. When he was just a lackey before. You had Xia Li in there. She was doing the sword stuff. It was cool. She's good in the ring. But then you took her away and put her on, I think, Raw or SmackDown she's on. So they drop stuff. They give other stuff to other people. They're always constantly mixing stuff. It's like they don't run with anything. They don't give anything time to marinate, which sucks about this company. They need to fix that shit and start giving shit time to marinate. And then it would be better. But I digress. These two went back and forth, absolutely killed each other. So the end came where Sikoa went through the door on the outside, found a fire extinguisher as Mr. Boa was pulling open the door. He was pulling the door open with the chain. So he got back in control. They battled back out towards the front and had a good back and forth. But then Solo Sikoa, well, actually, this idiot Boa set up a table, and Solo Sikoa Samoan splashed him through it, and then he got the win on the outside. So, shout out Solo Sikoa. I think he's gonna be a big, brute, badass. Don't think he's ready for main just yet, but he's got that. You know, you can tell he's the Usos' younger brother. Like, you can tell he's the Usos' younger brother, because the Usos, ever since the Usos turned heel and they started acting like how they act now, I love the Usos. I liked them back when they were doing the Samoan stuff. You know, shout out to their family heritage. But I like them better when they just, because it feels like this is like more of who they are. Solo Sikoa, he firmly reminds me of a badass Samoan. So he's gonna be, Undertaker would say, breaking holes and taking souls. He's gonna be whooping a whole lot of ass when he gets to main, and he's gonna be whooping a whole lot of ass as the big brute that could kick your ass, and he's athletic. So shout out to him. He's gonna be just fine. So I like Boa too. This is the best Boa has ever looked. So I hope they keep using Boa, and they get rid of the supernatural shit. Just use him properly. I'm sure he knows how to speak. I'm sure he can cut a promo. Put him in something meaningful, man. This guy's got talent. Moving on. Duke Hudson versus Guru Raj. This was short, sweet, and to the point. He was beating him up with relative ease. He ended it with the Razor's Edge. So Duke Hudson gets the win after Dante Chen warned Hudson before he ran down to attack him, and this allowed the big man to cut him off, chop blocking his right leg. So Duke Hudson is here to stay. It was exactly what it needed to be. Short, quick, and to the point. And I like that. Nothing wrong here. Good feud for Chen to be in. Good feud for Hudson. Let's keep this ball rolling. Hudson's got a nice haircut. Good for him. Next, we have Toxic Attraction versus Kaylee Ray, Indy Hartwell, and Miss Perota. Or Persia Perota. I always mess her name up. I would say this. Kaylee Ray, for some reason in NXT, it just seemed like she was way more over than she is here. I mean, in NXT UK, she was way more over there than she is here. It's like, I don't know what's missing. She's like not getting the response I think she should get. It's like she's a babyface, but she's a badass babyface, but she could also be a tweener, because she does do some heel shit. She carries around a baseball bat. I don't know what's missing from Kaylee Ray, but I like Kaylee Ray, but I don't know what's not connecting with the crowd with her, because she's better than is being portrayed. So, Toxic Attraction, they're getting better. Listen, I like Toxic Attraction. I know why they put these ladies together. This is what they want on main roster. They want pretty ladies who can wrestle, but not always the pretty ladies can wrestle. You know, when you think of Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Charlotte, you don't think of Mandy Rose and titties popping out, especially not like somebody like Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is a very attractive woman, but she's a goddamn wrestler, goddammit. So is Bayley, so is Becky Lynch, and so is Charlotte. Charlotte is more like what they really want. A tall, blonde, big tits, who can wrestle, because Charlotte is really good. I don't care what anybody says. If you say Charlotte can't wrestle, this is bullshit.
Stop the cap.
That's more of what they want. And Mandy Rose is, good enough in the ring that she could put on a nice match. The other ladies in Toxic Attraction, they're getting better, which is great. So, let's see. They need to get some, listen, there are pretty wrestlers out there. They need to go get them. They're pretty young wrestlers out there. We got Cora Jade out there. She's a little green too, but hey, they're working on her. Get some pretty wrestlers. We know you want them to be like drop dead gorgeous and all this other shit, but get some wrestlers that can wrestle. You still need that. Everybody can't be a freaking 6-foot blonde with a huge rack that is gonna tickle Vince's fancy. Not everybody can be that. So I think they need to get some wrestlers in there too. Like mix it in. Get wrestlers and you can teach people how to wrestle. Like they're teaching Toxic Attraction. So this is good. Toxic Attraction is good. The end came where everything broke down. Kaylee Ray got her hands on Mandy Rose, and I believe they brawled to the back. She grabbed her baseball bat, and they brawled to the back. And then Perota got Dolan alone and hit her with a big boot, followed by a spin out cutter for the win. This was a nice ending. I like the ending to this match. It was really good. Good story. Kaylee Ray wants to kill Mandy Rose. We know this. I want to see these belts ain't ever going to mean anything because they didn't need to put. They should have just kept the regular belts. Have one belts for women's tag teams. Have them go across all 3 brands. You make shit real simple, but they're not going to do that. That's fine. But Toxic Attraction has all the gold, but that's got to come to an end eventually. So let's see what happens. But this was fine. Next, we had another Dusty Teen Tag Team Classic match. The Grizzled Young Vets versus Chase U. I don't really like Chase U, but hey, this was a good match. GYV is very good, very underrated. And Chase U, they're trying to figure out what they want to do with them. It's okay. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it together eventually. But this was a good match. Can't go wrong here. So
Respect my authority!
I'll respect their authority for right now. The end came where Haywood had to save his teacher, rolling over Gibson until he got confused by the crowd reaction. GYV hit Chase U with a double team knee face buster for the win. I didn't know that was their finisher. I guess they changed it. But it's like a double knee face buster. It's like a double code breaker almost for the win. Good job. Afterward, GYV celebrated, but Von Wagner came out and whooped everybody's ass with both members of Chase U before Robert Stone announced the big man was under new management. So good for them. Von Wagner needs direction. Von Wagner is really good. It's just the name and what is he? Like, who is he? He's a guy. He's good at wrestling, but they need to give him an identity. Once they give Von Wagner an identity, we'll get past the name and we'll keep it pushing. But for right now, at least he's with Robert Stone. Fine with me. Io Shirai versus Tiffany Stratton. This was okay. Stratton is still very green. Io Shirai is great. Stratton needs to get better with her offense because the offense was but Io Shirai with the beat down, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the end came when Stratton, she was trying to win, freaked out because she hadn't won yet. She walked right into Shirai's right hand, followed by the moonsault, and Shirai got the win. Backstage, Wendy Chu told Stratton not to feel bad, and she knocked her drink out of her hand. So Wendy Chu will be fighting Stratton soon, and she'll probably be sleeping on the job. So, like I said, Stratton, they need to get ready. They need to get her ready. Sorry. They need to get her ready because she's okay, but she could use some work. Not even gonna lie. She could use some work. So, when they go back to the Performance Center, whoever's in control needs to go
Get over here!
Get your ass in the ring and let's practice. You know? But Stratton will be okay. That's what they like. They like Stratton. She'll be fine. Moving on. Number one contender for the NXT North American Championship, Cameron Grimes and Tony D'Angelo had a good back and forth. So Cameron Grimes and Trick Williams introduced Ali J, who performed her single on the NXT 2.0 soundtrack, Make 'Em Fall. That's the chick who sings the NXT soundtrack. Not gonna lie, she has huge breasts. Oh shit. I don't know if it was because I don't know, I was like, because a limo pulled up, Carmelo Hayes got out with Trick Williams, fine. And then he opened the door for her. And I was like, Jesus Christ, look at them things. It's like, I don't know if it's because of what she had on, or if it's just her, if they just that goddamn big and TV makes it look better. But I was just like, goddamn. well, okay. Well, all right. Tell us how you really feel.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I'm sure Vince is somewhere smiling right now. Because goddamn, holy hell. Okay, moving on. Off of her breasts. Tony D'Angelo, Cameron Grimes to see who is going to face Carmelo Hayes for the NXT North American Championship. And the end came where they were having a good back and forth match. Tony D'Angelo actually almost beat Cameron Grimes. The crowd started chanting, that was three. That was three. Then Cameron Grimes went for a second rope moonsault, but he must have been really tired and he slipped. Then the crowd started chanting, "You fucked up. You fucked up." So I'm really liking these NXT crowds. These guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. But he ended up hitting the moonsault after the second try, and D'Angelo he was going for the to the moon, the cave-in, but he rolled out. And when he rolled out, Pete Dunne had a cricket bat and whacked his hand with it. And then he said, shrugged his shoulders. He got back in the ring, but when he got back in the ring, he got hit with the cave-in whack. And that was all she wrote. Cameron Grimes wins, and he earned a shot at the North American Championship. Cameron Grimes is awesome. I love Cameron Grimes. He reminds me of Daniel Bryan. But I don't think they're going to give him the chip just yet. I think they're going to make him chase just a little bit more. And you know what? That's fine.
You win!
That's fine. Because when he wins, it's going to be that much better. So I don't have a problem with that. This was a great match to finish this. The Bruiserweight and D'Angelo are not done with each other just yet, which is fine by me. And you know what? This was a good episode of NXT. So, may the Lord open. Hopefully, we are going to continue to have good NXTs, and we will keep it pushing. So, I'm glad they did what they had to do. Shout out NXT. Shout out NXT. Keep up the good work. Let's keep the positivity going. We had a good Monday Night Raw. We now have a good NXT. We need to keep this going, because if we don't, and we go back into this bullshit, it's going to be a problem. So, let's not go backwards.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Put on a good show next week as well. Please, I beg of you. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. RJD here. I am out. Please, check out my socials. Y'all already know what it is. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the goddamn channel. Hit that like button. And just do it, okay? Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it!
Follow me on all my social media. Follow What the Wrestling as always. We are live. We are live tonight with a watch along on Facebook at What the Wrestling on Facebook. I'm gonna do a watch along. Gonna see how it's received. Gonna see who comes in to have some conversation. And then after that, if it's good, we'll keep doing it. If nobody shows up and nobody shows love, come on. I know y'all gonna show love. Come on now.
Nope.
I know y'all gonna show love. But if it's not good, then we won't do it anymore. So, that being said, I'm out of here. Everybody be safe. Peace.
Dom the Monko.